In this video, we're going to show how to create a drop manhole on a sewer run. Here we're going to raise the sewer from 30 metres to 70 metres by 1 metre, leaving the lower part of the sewer intact. We are going to insert 2 new stations along the sewer run at approximately 30 metres. To do this, we select our sewer, and selecting Geometry Editor at the top, we get a floating toolbar. Selecting the second option in, which is Insert PVI, which stands for Point of Vertical Intersection. We insert 2 new points of vertical intersection, approximately at 30 metres. Pressing Enter. Now selecting the option on the extreme right, which is Profile Grid View, we now see that we have 2 new stations have been inserted, 2 and 3. They should have gone in at 30 metres, we're now going to change that. So inserting 30 metres for station number 2, and for station number 3, instead of 30 metres, we'll put in 30.001. ACAD is not very good at dealing with points of discontinuity, so if we put in 30 metres there, it would not be able to handle 2 different levels at the same chainage. We now see that the gradients have altered, so we restore those to what they were already, which is 1.2%. Now we can see that nothing has changed. Our sewer is exactly the same as it was before. It started at 17.2 metres and finished at 18.4. And if we go to the profile view, we can see that our sewer is exactly the same as before. All we've done is insert 2 new stations along the survey line. We're now going to raise the latter part of the sewer by exactly 1 metre, leaving the first part of the sewer intact. Going back to the grid view, we're now going to change the level here from 17.56 to 18.56. And that has the effect of altering the gradient. Now we're going to restore the gradient again to what it was, which is 1.2% coming out and 1.2% coming in to the final manhole. So that is how you change a sewer to put in a vertical drop manhole. Looking at our sewer and looking at the data, at manhole number 1 at chainage 0, the level is 17.2 metres. It has a uniform rise or gradient coming out of 1.2%. Coming into the next manhole at station 2 at a change of 30 metres, the level is 17.56, which is an in-gradient of 1.2%. Exiting the same manhole, but a millimetre beyond, it has an exit level of 18.56, or a gradient out of 1.2%. And coming into the final manhole at the top, proposed new manhole, it has a level of 19.04, exactly 1 metre above what it was previously, or an in-gradient at 1.2%. We'll now look at that on the graph. And looking at it here on the graph, we can see that it now has a vertical drop just here. So our new sewer now starts a metre higher here, drops by 1 metre here at the point of vertical intersection that we created at 30 metres, and continues on down to the existing sewer at a gradient of 1.2%. Underneath, all the levels will have changed to reflect that change in gradient. So that is how you create a vertical drop manhole on a sewer run. The exact same result can also be achieved by simply importing the design data from a text file using Notepad. And we've put in another station called 30.001, and the level there is exactly the same as the previous position except 1 metre higher. We shall now see what effect this has when we import it into the drawing. Going up above to Profile and selecting Create from File, we will now import this new file called Site 4. And there you can see it has had the exact same effect as previously. We have a chainage of 0, 0 here and a level of 17.2, rising at 1.2% to here, vertical jump here, and then continuing on to the position up above. Again, the levels underneath will have to be adjusted by clicking and selecting properties and going to the data bands and changing from profile 2 to the profile with the question mark. And here we see again all of our levels have now been altered to reflect the new sewer. So it starts at 17.2, rises uniformly across to 17.56, then takes a vertical jump and then finishes at 19.04 as before. Selecting our profile again and selecting Geometry Editor and selecting the option on the right, Profile Grid View, we can see that all of the stations that we had previously are now on the grid again. You can see here where we inserted the new station of 30.001 and all of the gradients are exactly as specified previously. More detail can be added to the profile by clicking on the profile and right-clicking and selecting Profile View Style. Then selecting horizontal axis and the minor tick intervals, change that from 10 meters to 2 meters and apply. That will give a greater number of vertical tick marks on the profile and in addition will give some more figures for the proposed levels. Here we can see going across on the proposed levels, they go from 17.2 uniformly up to 17.56. Then there's a vertical jump to the 18.58. The greater number of tick marks we have, the more accurate the vertical jump will be displayed there. So that is how you create a vertical drop manhole using AutoCAD Civil 3D.